I could use some new lingerie. Something lacy, something black. The lads would love it. I like them rough and wild. You look like you could handle me, which scares me but excites me as well. You sure you want to leave? You're missing out on the best view in the tavern.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly.
Have you met my husband? Well, don't bother. He's a drunk. He promised me, swore on his ancestors that he'd give up the mead. And what do I find out? He's been stashing drink in a cave nearby. He even has some wolves guarding it. I swear, I should just cut out his tongue. That would be the end of it. If you want to try, but I'll keep my dagger sharpened just in case. You can help yourself to any drink you find, but bring me the bottle of Dragon's Breath mead. It's his favorite, so I know he has one there.
Divine smile on you, friend. Good day.
Never work on a farm. They are always full of tools and hoes. Those hoes are a real pain to use. Never again will I do an honest day's work.
I'm right behind you. Let's get going then.
Got business at the stables? Been about 8 years now. I used to be a mercenary, but one trip to Ravenscar Hollow cured me of that. There's hag ravens in that cave with talons like daggers. They'll open your bowels quick as you wink if you let them get close. A creature like that'll make a man think long and hard about what he wants out of life. If you're heading up to Solitude, you should stop to check out the view on your way. It's a good one.
You don't look so good. Are you feeling all right?
Work hard for the future and leave the past be. That's my motto.
Is this about the stables? My husband Gaiman handles the business.
Looking for a horse? You'll want to talk to my father, Gaiman.
Oh, is there something hard in your pocket? I felt it when you brushed against me. the artists now. They'll either be dead or with significantly less gold before they know what's hit them. Oh, sorry. I need to be quiet. You remind me of a dog I used to know. I had to always shake him off of me as well.
We could always use help picking crops if you need a few extra coins. Can I help you? Until next time.
Can I help you? Oh, I was a much younger man when I married Katla. Now I can hardly keep up with her.
You're a guest, and Father says we have to be polite to guests. Mama said I could help with the goats.
My brothers would have been appalled to see a man outdone by his wife, but not me. Without Katla, this farm would fall apart.
people of Skyrim have very dirty minds. I say the most innocent of things and they all get the wrong idea. I suppose you're a bit like that as well.
Can I help you?
Heard about you and your honeyed words. Trouble?
You talk to Egg Brothers. Deja has no words for you.
How do you feel? I think you might be sick.
Who are you? If Safia sent you, tell her to piss off. Masalvger now. You hear? The captain of the Red Wave, and a real slaughterfish of a woman. Because she's as ugly as a mutiny, and will bite you in the tail if you aren't careful. Why do you care? Seems like it ain't no one's business but my own. All right, you got me there. The meat-face used to be my captain, all right. I used to salvage for her. now I salvage for me. Why do you want to know? Don't you have mushrooms to grind or something? Then you're short one drink, and I one story. You're as demanding as a Thalmor, except they bother to wash themselves. Don't look at me like that. I meant it as a compliment. Can't trust a lizard who ain't got a little dirt in their scales. So I ask your questions, but make them quick. I got the time, but not the patience. What do you want me to say? That Eris used necromancy to bed a dead orphan? No, ain't nothing like that.
The warehouse is off limits. I suggest you head back the way you came. This is the East Empire Company's central warehouse. All of their shipments go through here. Unfortunately, thanks to some problems they've been having, it hasn't seen much use lately. Either way, it's off limits to you. How should I know? I don't work for them. If you want to help, I suppose you could head to Windelma and talk to Orthus and Dario. He's in charge over there. Until next time.
You're not supposed to be in. You're trespassing here. You better clear out.
You talk to Egg Brothers. Deja has no words for you.
Looking to hire a boat? All right, then.
You're not supposed to be in here.
over and a huge hole in my pocket where my money used to be.
Need a ride? Solitude's been the capital of Skyrim as long as I can remember. Most of the High Kings of Skyrim were Jarls of Solitude first. Well, let's see, what else? The Bard's College is here, and the main office of the East Empire Company. If you need it, you can get a room for a fair price at the Winking Skeever, just inside the main gate. See ya.
If you've come to Solitude to join the Legion, speak to Rika. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here, or you'll end up like Rogvir. You're just in time to say hello to Rogvir. He's the sorry bastard who's going to be executed. A gate guard who let Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he killed the High King.
Turn Uncle Rogvir? Tell them he didn't do it.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes. Not right now.
I don't want to talk.
You betrayed us.
Get on with it!
Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart.
You should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his High King. Bet she know now, Advar.
Shh. You're all heart, Vivian.
Rogvir, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after he murdered High King Torrig. By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder.
So you're good.
Stand back.
What you doing?
I'm getting out.
My money comes.
Actually,
By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude.
He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
Boo!
On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
some gate guard you were.
Mind yourself in my city, friend. This here axe in full swing is a right terrible sight.
Good riddance to bad rubbish, I say.
Let me guess. You want to talk?
It shouldn't have been like this.
Not right now.
Rogvir, why did it have to be like this?
Better this one than me.
I'm waiting. For me? From who? Well now, that is something. Hand it over, please. Oh no. I hadn't heard from Gorm for a while, so I'd hoped he'd given up his little scheme. The last time we discussed this issue was before the Standable War broke out. Things were different then. Now, what he's asking, it's just impossible. Even if it worked, the questions and accusations it would cause, well, I'll take it under advisement. Thank you. Not my finest hour. Rogvir was a fine and honorable man. Sometimes you just do what needs to be done. You don't have to hate a man to kill him. Though, admittedly, it helps.
A coin or two for a veteran?
Not my finest hour. No, I think he was entirely wrong. Rogvir's execution was justified and necessary. Being honorable might make you a good man, but it doesn't make you right. Be a better world if it did. Their aim could be steadier, but they're battle ready. Can any man hope to be ready for a dragon? I can but hone their skills and harden their hearts. The rest is up to the gods. Keep my men in your prayers. They'll need them if they don't shape up. Don't suppose you'd enchant my sword. Dull old blade can barely cut butter.
Spare some gold for a veteran? What? You see a man falling on hard times, and you think he's been like that forever? I was there. I fought in the Great War. I was on the field at Anvil. And when I was struck down, they left me. You understand? They left me for dead. I didn't leave them. It's best you leave me be.
If you ever want to replace those old rags, stop by Radiant Raiment. Nothing at all. It's very nice. If you want something with a little more style, however, you should come by our shop, Radiant Raiment. We could fix you right up. It's not an insult, just an observation. If I were walking around with a wound, I would want you to tell me to see a doctor. Your outfit is something of an open wound, where attire is concerned. You're really going to the Blue Palace? That presents an opportunity. If you are willing to wear one of Radiant Raymond's outfits and speak to the Jarl, I would not only pay you, but let you keep the outfit. Good. Here's the outfit. Try to get Elisif's opinion on it, and if she likes it, mention it's from Radiant Raymond. Remember Radiant Raymond when you need a change of attire. I don't have to take this from the likes of you.
Are they reforming the dog? Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter how many times you ask.
You might want to rethink that.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. If you're looking for muscle, there's a new mercenary in town. Usually frequents this inn, actually. You can't miss her. Breton, but she's got the hair color of snow.
Why, hello. Here to buy? If you have to ask the price, you might be in the wrong store. Nothing at all. It's very nice. If you want something with a little more style, however, you should see what we have available. Oh, what delight. Another charming customer. It is when my customers waste time chatting and not buying. Radiant Raiment has the finest attire in all of Skyrim. That is how we get business.
What makes you think I would buy any of your rubbish?
Now let us turn our conversation away from such unpleasantness.
Did you find it? Tell me you found it. Wait, you're not my assistant. Curses! What's keeping her? The final painting. The one that completes the story. I have to have it. Esther Moreau's final piece. Surely you've heard of her. Well, that doesn't surprise me. It seems a writer's popularity is directly related to how awful they are. Moreau was a writer of dwarven stories, and her imagination was limitless. But she was more than a writer. She was an artist. Moreau predicted that in the future, people would tell stories not with words, but pictures. That's why her most famous novel isn't a novel at all. It's a series of paintings that tell of the grandest epics. It is indeed part 6 of 7. The first 5 I have stored away in my personal chambers. But the entire set is useless without its conclusion. Even a glimpse of it would give me the closure I seek. I made the purchase through a reliable source weeks ago and set my assistant to retrieve it. Only it appears the deal went sour, as she hasn't returned. Markarth. Evidently it was in possession of the Silverblood family. If they've double-crossed me, I swear on Zenithar that they will pay.
Hiking is so much fun. The thrill of almost getting caught is more addictive than skooma. Oh, right, yeah, now's not the for talking.
Spare some gold for a veteran?
I left the tavern life behind, but I still have a soft spot for a good drink. Tired of being worn out after a night with me? Our everlasting encounter will have you ready for round 2, and 3, and 4. Oh, just wondering how a bold adventurer like you handles long nights, without someone soft and lively to make the time pass a little sweeter. Of course, maybe you're the type who likes cold camps and lonelier beds. But that seems such a waste when there's warmth standing right here. I've given enough smiles to strangers who barely looked beyond the mugs. I'd rather give my warmth, my time, maybe even my whole heart to someone worthy. Maybe you'll be the one to find out how good a woman can be, when she has someone to spoil, to shelter, and maybe to stir sweeter fires at night.
Where would that leave me?
Only 500 gold. A bargain for stealing the best view in the tavern. And maybe getting the extra services you'll never admit to wanting. I'll even share more than a few private songs by the fire, if you're brave enough to listen closely. Smart and generous. I like that. I promise to keep you warm, entertained, and maybe begging for mercy after a few long, delightful nights. Say the word and I'll follow. And who knows? If you're lucky, I might even let you know what other exclusive services I'm willing to offer you. Feeling a little soft around the edges? Our rough lover will have you handling your blade and other things like never before.
Maybe I should start learning some of those healing spells. Might come in handy after a long
Lead the way.
And when Sovngarde beckons, we want bust dives.
It's so good to see you again.
But this land is ours.
You should probably be in bed. You're looking a bit under the weather. Oh, if you're looking for a good attitude, go see the bards. They'll fake it for you if nothing else. If you're looking for truth instead, see Noster. He's a good example of what life has to offer. And if you're just looking to feel good, go get some spiced wine from Yvette. But whatever you do, just leave me alone. Yes, my older brother, and the person you probably want to be speaking to right now. But really, since Torig's death, Falk Firebeard wields the true power of the Jarl's Court. My brother is nothing more than a pompous little fop. We'll speak again later, if we must.
I have no business with you. Leave me. Go away. I have more important things on my mind right now.
You were there for Rogvir's execution. Perhaps, but necessary. My cousin Fura is somewhere out there in Skyrim right now, fighting Ulfric Stormcloak and his damned insurrectionists. She wouldn't have to be there at all if it weren't for Rogvir. And my aunt wouldn't have to worry about her daughter. You really don't know? He lets Ulfric Stormcloak escape solitude. Ulfric rides in, murders the High King, and Rogvir lets him ride right back out. Most people head over to the Winking Skeever. If you're not interested in music or drink, you can at least talk to Corpulus. He can fill you in on any of the latest gossip. People to see and places to go, huh? Later, then.
Yes?
This one's a favorite of mine. A legend we all know and love. Our hero claims a warrior's heart.
Safe travel.
I tell you the dragon.
So exciting when new folk come into town. I bet you've had plenty of adventures.
Of the ancient
Hiya, what's your name? Are you visiting? What do you do?
I'm not normally one to talk about such things, but Lala's back pain remedy has been a godsend for me and my... well, you know. Take a look. I was wondering how it would feel to leave this place behind, to chase danger and delight with someone. Someone strong enough to keep up with me. Imagine the adventures we could share. The long nights by the fire. And maybe a little warmth shared between us when the cold bites too deep. It's hard to stay. If you take me with you, I'll keep up, promise. Only 500. I'll be yours to tease, to laugh with. You have a generous heart. Just... Don't take this You're the making wrong me way. feel things, honey. You look a little Things I can't quite put it. Lead the way.
What do you need? Need something? Really? You're who she picked? I hope she knows what she's doing. Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The Thalmor takes security very seriously. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest is up to you. You're asking me? She promised that she was sending someone who knew what they were doing. If you actually want to get out alive, I'd bring whatever you need to move quietly and kill quickly. I'll give you a few more minutes. I can't wait here all day. It's my neck on the line, remember?
Our hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. Here, take a look at this. Take a look. Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink. They were smaller back then. I think the Bard's College might be looking for recruits. You should speak to the head of the college, Viarmo, if you're interested. Varnius Junius stopped by here on his way to court. He was worried about something. I'm sure Falk Firebeard could tell you what. I've heard Jari Raz hanging around the Wells district, looking for new blood to hire. People say there's a man wandering the streets near the Blue Palace. He seems distressed, but he's not making any sense. Magic. You're on the wrong side of Skyrim. You want Winterhold. That college there, they teach it. Otherwise, you can try the Jarl's Wizard. I wouldn't, though. Remember the Winking Skeever next time you're footsore. If you need a good rumor or two, I think I can oblige.
The name's Ash. If it's mercenary work you need, that'll be 200 gold.
Traitors, civil wars, dragons. Huh.
Then that's business.
Cross my doorway.
Any questions before we venture out? Glad you asked. I deal mostly with two-handed weapons, if you couldn't already tell by my massive sword here. Might be surprising for a woman of my size, but I can wield these beasts rather well. I'm a mercenary, looking for work around here. Let's keep it at that. Because I'm not hungry, and it's none of your business. While I am skillful in combat, I haven't been a mercenary for long. I might not stay one for long either. Personal reasons, but I'm training for something. Oh, this thing. Not exactly the most practical looking, is it? Fine. I do have one for you. What job do you want me to do? Is this more of a general escort or a dungeon exploration? You can definitely hold yourself in a fight. I appreciate working with people who have combat experience. There are ways to determine someone's combat experience just by looking at them. A mentor taught me. Here, I'll let you borrow some skill books. It'll make my job easier. And it's nice to be working with you.
Are you feeling sick?
Need something?
What now? An isolated mountain region in High Rock. I'm not exactly a local here in Skyrim, though you could probably already tell that from my Breton appearance. I ended up here in Skyrim as it seems like it's the best place for mercenary work. And I don't think I'm wrong, seeing as we've been working together.
To the days come and gone, for the age of aggression is just
No,
about
there's no
done.
need. There'd just be even more pain and sorrow.
We'll drive out the storm cloaks and
Oh,
restore
what
we
is
own.
it?
With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home.
All right, let's strategize. It's always good to review our approach, especially considering the unpredictable nature of our line of work.
We'll drink and we'll sing.
All right, let's see what we can fine-tune.
We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies. But this land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge.
Let's see what other features we can adjust.
Our hopes and our dreams. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the
Stay
day of
focused.
your death, we will drink and we'll sing.
So exciting when new folk come into town. I bet you've had plenty of adventures.
Take a look.
Feel free to make requests. Generally, if you want rumors, you should talk to Corpulus. That said, I did see a visitor pass through on his way to the Blue Palace. Oh, no. But being surrounded by good music, good drink, and good friends is all I've ever asked for. Only in that I'm a graduate. I work here at the Winking Skeever. I would highly recommend it, though. Talk to Viarmo if you're interested. You should think about staying the night. Court...
Hello there. We haven't met, have we? I'm Fironet, although my friends call me Firo, or Netta for short. Although I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. We just met, so we're hardly friends. Not to mean that we won't be friends someday, or even today. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at this. Can we start over? Oh, well met as well. I mean, well met and greetings. What I'm trying to say is greetings and well met. Oh, sweet taffy treats, I did it again, didn't I? Well, I was kind of hoping I could. I know, you're probably thinking I've gone mad the way I fumbled through our meeting. And, truth is, I'm perfectly happy just being Netta the milkmaid. Well, my friends have all said that I have a great singing voice. I suppose they should, because that's what friends do. But after hearing it a number of times from different people, you start to think there might be something to it. So here I am. No, not yet. I talked to Viarmo, and he said that Pentia Atea would hear my audition when her schedule clears up. Oh, which is completely understandable. I imagine a master vocalist must have a very hectic schedule. I bet you're right. I don't know about demanding it, but at the very least, I should put more pressure on Pentia to see me. I guess I'm just worried that if I annoy her enough, she'll deny my admittance before I even finish my warm-up. I know. I have a tendency to overthink things, too. Right now, my biggest fear is having my throat go hoarse the day Pentia calls my name. And I still haven't recovered from the bout of rust chancre. One of the bards from the college suggested chewing on Nernroot, but I wasn't sure if he was serious. I suppose it would be quite irritating. I didn't plan on singing with it in my mouth, though. Oh no. I came here on a ship from Laneland, near Iliac Bay in Hammerfell. I didn't come alone, though. My fiancé at the time came with me. He stuck it out here in Skyrim for a few months, but eventually boarded a ship headed back home. It's my fault, really. I knew he didn't want to come to Skyrim, and it was probably the guilt that made him follow me here. It's one of those things. If I loved him, I shouldn't have asked him to leave. If he loved me, he wouldn't have asked me to stay. So in the end, I guess neither of us loved each other. But we'd already invested so much time into the relationship, and so he sacrificed everything for me. Well, we didn't have a lot of gold, but my fiancé said he sold the farm so we could sail to Solitude. It was actually kind of romantic. But at some point on the way here, I caught a bad case of rust chancre. I got a rash on my arms and some swelling in my cheeks. But it was the damage to my throat that was the most depressing part. It took months before I could even speak. He got impatient. The truth was, he expected us to be back in Hammerfell before the crops were in season. I should have known he didn't sell the farm. I don't know what to say to that. We've barely met. Thank you, I guess. Just the lute. Can you imagine me on the drum? I can't. Well, the lute I have was my grandmother's. It turns out she was once a bard who studied at the college here in the city. My mother gave it to me before I left. She said she would have done it sooner, but she never realized I wanted to be a bard. I told her that made two of us. Yeah, I still feel rather clumsy with it. Sometimes I feel like it's lost all patience with my fingers. It's a cranky old thing and is quick to get out of tune. But when it's right, it can sing as beautifully as any other. You mean like sing? Right here? Okay. But my voice is a little hoarse from practicing. Is there anything in particular you want to hear? You mean like a song that I wrote? Oh, I'm not that talented. I mean, I've written a few lyrics, and there's sort of a melody. How about I sing it, and you can give me some guidance as to whether it's good? All right, here goes. Snow falls on all the land, all the land, all the land. Snow falls on all the land, shrouded by dark wings. A child prayed unto the gods, save the land, save the land. And the god said unto the child, to Skyrim come spring. For a hero does walk the land, walk the land, walk the land. A hero does walk the land, and the dragons will flee.
Our hero claims a warrior's heart.
Flowers bloom on the land, and children walk hand in hand.
Of the ancient Nord art.
Sun shining on white sand, to Skyrim comes peace.
Of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, beware, the Dragonborn comes. For though darkness has passed, and the legend
Thanks.
yet grows,
It does seem to feel more natural than some of the other songs the bards sing. Probably because I wrote it for myself. True. On the one hand, all this anxiety can't be good for my health. Or my skin. On the other hand, at least now I can still cling to hope. Well, I know hope's something you feed children mostly. You tell them to dream big because they can be whatever they want to be. But for them, it doesn't really mean anything. If they say they want to be a bard or a jarl, it's just another answer to a question. They might as well say they want to be an apple. Because it's real. I mean, look at this city. It's so large, so bright, and everything about it seems too impossible to exist. But it's not a dream. It's right there, in front of me. Isn't everybody? But if I had to say what frightens me, it isn't failing as a bard. I'm scared I'll wake up one morning, and there won't be a need for vocal training. I'm worried one day I won't have a reason to borrow Gerard's books. I think about all the wonderful people I've met here, and I'm scared to say goodbye. I know. Eventually, it's going to get awkward. I mean, I've already been here for more than a season. Actually, it might be awkward already. Beyrand asked me the other day what it is I do here. Blacksmiths, you know how they are. What would you like me to play? All right, I'll give it a go. Arthur the Breton was very poor and worked his days at the general store. But every night he'd sneak out back, put on a
We
small
drink to our
Winchester
youth,
hat.
to the days come and gone. For the age of aggression is just about done.
I'm getting on the first boat out of this accursed province.
We'll drive out
I don't know about you, but I've got to get as far away from Skyrim as possible.
with our blood and our steel. We will take
It was a
back
cabin somewhere on the north bank of the White, near Riverwood. A kind old lady was living there.
Or so I thought. She let me stay the night, but told me not to go into the cellar. Naturally, I got curious. There was all sorts of oddities in there. I think she was a witch or a necromancer or something. In any case, I got out of that cellar and never stopped running. I know. I considered going to a face sculptor, but she refused to work with me. You can try her if you want. She lives in some hole in the ground over in Markarth. Safe journeys.
The killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink
By
and
blade or by spell. If you want it dead, I'll make it dead. All you need to do.
This one's a favorite of
There's
mine.
been rumors of Talos worshippers leaving notes at the Temple of the Divines. I've never seen one myself, though.
hero claims a warrior's heart.
Don't take this the wrong... It's a fine day with you around. I'd better get going. What can I do for you? Take a look. All right, then. So exciting when new folk come into town. I bet you've had
It's
plenty
an
of
end
adventures.
to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, beware, the Dragonborn comes. For the darkness has passed, and the legend yet grows. You'll know the Dragonborns come.
Well, this is fun. You and me just walking around doing stuff to each other. I mean, with each other, but not like that. Like bonding. Not that kind, though.
And what might you need, hmm?
Safe travels.
Strange things happen on the roads these days. Best stay alert. Take a look. It's been a pleasure.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. If you're looking for muscle, there's a new mercenary in town. Usually frequents this inn, actually. Can't miss her. Breton, but she's got hair color of snow. Strange, that. But then again, Skyrim's full of strange folk these days.
Does he not see me? He might need some corrective spectacles if he can't even see a can't-miss-her fellow.
I tell you, the Dragonborn comes. With a voice wielding power of the ancient Nord art. Believe, the Dragonborn comes.
At least I know you don't need a weapon to fight.
The Divines saved me from the streets, and they can save you from your trials as well.
What's our next plan? Affirmative.
Get away.
Is there
Enough
something
of
hard
that.
in your pocket?
Get out.
You're good with illusion. So you can bend people to your will? Well, I'd like to see you try with me. I don't need magic to bend people to my will.
How do you feel? I think you might be sick. Excellent. I think you'll be glad that you made this decision. Thank you. I'll be sure to put it to good use. No, that was an ugly affair. High King Torig's death has turned the whole town on its head. Between you and me, he wasn't even that good a king. All of those rambling speeches about the Empire this and the Empire that. Baron's my husband. He works the forge up at Castle Dower. I barely see him nowadays, what with him filling orders for the army. Some might call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. Come back to bits and pieces anytime.
I thought adventurers were supposed to...
You're passing through solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes? It's easy to find things to sell. Things nobody will miss. Things from underground, or just left lying around in someone's house. I bet the two of us, we're very alike. So why not take the next step? We can help each other. My sister Deja and I are treasure hunters. We like to collect things. I knew you looked like a clever one. With the war, many more ships come through these docks, loaded with weapons and pay, but few people, and they pass through dangerous waters. We have an interest in one of those boats, the Ice Runner. The Solitude Lighthouse will be guiding it in, but if its fire were to go out, the Ice Runner would run aground. What an interesting idea. I think if someone were to do something like that, there would definitely be a certain amount of loot to be shared. Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and then meet me on the docks afterwards, I could certainly direct them to that loot. Don't worry about them. We'll make sure they wash up safe. Maybe they'll even pay us for their heroic rescue from their sad crash. Turn me in? For what? What crime's been committed? I'm just making idle talk about what would most undoubtedly be a tragic event. A tragic and very, very profitable event. It would be best if we spoke little until you've completed your task. If you're looking for opportunities to make some coin,
let me know if you see anything you like.
Everyone needs work, right? I have good work for you.
You're a traveler, correct? Have you been to Whiterun? Wonderful. I hadn't really hoped to run into someone who'd been there. My daughter Fura was assigned to Whiterun after she joined the Imperial Army. I was hoping you might have met her. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to Captain Aldous, but he hasn't been any help. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Anything you can find out from Captain Aldous would be welcome news. Splendid. With the extra coin, I'll be able to purchase twice the volume in supplies that I normally do. Well, I'll call upon my suppliers this very evening and arrange to double my orders. Ah, so you're an alchemist then. We mostly carry herbs and alchemical ingredients, that sort of thing. Before the war, our stock was mostly used for aromatic use in homes. Yes. These days, we have more people like you coming in, looking for healing and the like. No. Mostly, I'm just a simple herbalist. Lami over in Mothall should be able to help you. Don't forget me next time you need herbs and potions.
You were there for Rogvir's execution.
If you're looking for opportunities to make some coin, well, I'm your man.
You should probably be in bed. You're looking a bit under the weather. We'll speak
I
again
hope
later.
your parents are proud of you. They have a lot of reason to be.
I hope you have a back.
Most people usually buy me a drink first.
Hello, I'm Gisley, but you can just call Erica's sister. Everyone does. Welcome to the center of the world.
Or at least my brother Eriker's world.
Enough of that.
Now, calm yourself. I know I'm irresistible.
Good evening. I'm Pantia Atia, the master vocalist. It's been my honor to perform at the Blue Palace on many occasions. His late lordship was quite the admirer. I'm a bard from the Bard's College here in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying. Now you can say you've met the most talented bard in all of Skyrim.
Lisette has such a calm and soothing voice. To be honest, I never really liked the sound of my own voice. But then again, nobody likes the way their voice sounds. Not even bards.
Unless we have specific business, I'm not interested.
Fresh off the boats. The freshest in Skyrim.
Ah, yet another new face. I'm from Hammerfell, you see. I can hardly keep track of all the people I've been meeting. Aye, but I'll be here in Solitude for longer still. Fiata's skill as a Fletcher drew me to this place. I wanted to learn. And there is still much of Skyrim I wish to see. I hear there is a city, Windhelm, that is nearly white with... what do you call it? Oh yeah, snow. And far to the west lies a ruin, Volskag. Inside there's said to be a wall, black as night, and it speaks in the ancient dragon tongue. There are wonders in this place I never dreamed imaginable. Where the dragon attacked? We've heard rumors of death and fire from the skies, but no real news. Then we should soon be selling arrows by the bushel. A sword is no good against a dragon. Good to talk to a fellow traveler.
Are you feeling sick?
You wouldn't have a few minutes to run down to the docks, would you?
Fresh off the boat. Fresh fish. The freshest in
They're
Skyrim.
adequate. Honestly, I rely on the business brought in by the burning of King Olaf, and that's not likely to happen this year. Well, it's a great big festival put on by the bards every year. They burn an effigy of old King Olaf. It's quite a bit of fun. The bards give out spiced wine during the festival, so they put it in a big order. And then, for weeks after, demand is so high, I can barely keep up. But with the death of High King Torrig, the festival has been declared in poor taste. So it looks like it won't happen this year. Well, I've got a shipment of spices the East Empire Company is holding up. I need someone to convince them to release it. Great. Get back to me when you're done and I'll give you something for your time. Oh, yes. A secret family recipe. The only good thing my father Octave ever did. In fact, it's so good, no one else in Skyrim even tries to make any.
Fresh fish. Fresh fish.
Take a look. Good luck out there. Seems like a tough time to be wandering Skyrim.
You look like you could do with a ripe apple, or a tomato, cabbage, or leek.
Spiced wine.
I have my ways, but it's not easy these days. The Black Blood Marauders have been plundering ships off the coast. A lot of people been hurt by their foolishness. That I do. I had a messenger from Dragon Bridge stop here on his way to the Blue Palace not too long ago. He was very nervous. Mentioned something about needing help. Just what you see here. Come back when you figure out how to spend money.
As High Priest of the Eight Divine.
Who are you? You come to steal my dragon breath mead? Well, too bad. Some fellow already did that. Oh, real clumsy drunk. Bald as a chicken egg and a face with just as much expression.
Fresh fish.
A brown egg, though. Red guard with white whiskers and beggar clothes as dirty as the wrong end of a hooker. Drank it all, he did. You see that thief. You tell him he's a bad sneak, and his breath smells like a troll's crotch. Also, mead. It does? Oh, dear. I better do something about that then. Chewing on dragon's tongue usually does the trick. At least that's what my personal alchemist used to tell me. Was the fire that burned up the stink. But I had to get rid of him so I could buy more meat. I didn't get wealthy by wasting my fortune on luxuries.
Fresh off the boat. The freshest in Skyrim.
Fresh fish. Straight from the...
Here's your mistake. What with the state of my tunic, and the fact that I sleep on the street. Sure, I could shop at Radiant Raymond. Maybe buy that house. What's it called? Proud Spire Manor. But that would exhaust a tenth of my fortune. I mean, what's it going for? 5 gold pieces? 7, maybe? Then you got to furnish it, too.
Get your fresh
It'd be a bit foolish to squander my fortune on something I don't need.
Fresh fish. Fresh
Well,
fish.
I got 3 bottles of liquor on me, and about 40 or so gold pieces. Enough to buy the Blue Palace, I reckon, and the Imperial Army.
Spiced wine, the taste.
I'd probably get them to throw a few of those elves in there, too, just to sweeten the deal. Not that I do it. You can't drink an elf. And who wants to be that? I'm pale enough as it is. Need to get more sun.
Tomatoes, leeks.
I heard it helps if you spread dwarven oil on your skin. Sounds expensive. Also, where am I going to find a dwarf? Oh, by the divines, no. I come from a little town known as Rorikstead. It's a fine hamlet, but I know that Xanathar had bigger things planned for me.
Keep the cold at bay.
Through his wisdom, I was guided here to solitude, and true to his word, it turned out to be a great place to make an honest living.
Fruit and produce here.
Every day I walk out to the market and collect seed money for my business venture. At first, I wasn't even doing that. I just came out to get a little sun, look at the competing businesses, and start milling the grain in my head.
Home and heart.
I think people saw I was making good bread out of that grain as the passers-by started handing me their coins. Zenithar's blessing, no doubt. As far as I'm concerned, we're practically partners in this thing. Still waiting for that idea, though. Need some more drink to loosen up all the wax in my head. Too bad for my investors. Until that idea comes, it's all just a lot of sunk costs.
Get your fresh fruit and produce here.
Sure thing. Most people just give me a gold piece every now and then, but you're welcome to give as much gold as you want. Can't say you'll ever see any of it ever again. Can't say I'll even remember who you are come tomorrow. That's the problem with this infernal brain of mine. Always tripping over memories. Better to just pretend they never happened so you don't fall.
Fresh and ripe.
Spiced wine, the
Easy.
taste of home.
Spiced wine. Normally I wouldn't touch that stuff, but that Yvette sounds like some sort of wine wizard or something. I keep telling her she should train as a mead maiden instead, or an ale archer. Tap into her full potential. It's sort of like a sword stinger. You heard of those, right? Well, you probably heard it wrong, so I'll tell you anyway.
Spiced wine.
Fiancé. They could channel their own spirit into a weapon. Called it the way of the spirit sword.
The finest fish here. Caught
In the old tongue, it was known as Shahisacharu. Say that 5 times fast. In any case, I figured you were an ale saint instead of a short one. You could channel your spirit into a bottle. And you got all sorts of different classes. You got the mead monks, and wine wizards, beer berserkers, and of course, ale archers.
With our spiced wine.
I agree. Damn city ought to be ashamed of itself. Beer will get you just as drunk as any wine for half the price. But I guess Yvette's under pressure to support that white she lives with. And marking up wine bottles is like some sort of tradition around here.
Spiced wine.
Poor girl needs to leave the city. Train with graybeards or something. Broaden her horizons. Poor girl needs to leave the city. Train with graybeards or something. Broaden her horizons.
Get your fresh fruit and produce here.
Wait, you can do that? Is it cheap? I remember I tried to grow my own cabbages once. Didn't turn out too well.
Spiced wine. The taste.
Landed a bunch of seeds over in that cemetery by the Hall of the Dead. Figured the corpses would be good for the soil. Nothing came out except more nightshade. Then I ate those to see if maybe they were like them purple cabbages. But nope, just plain old nightshade. Good thing, too, 'cause I hate cabbages. Don't know why I was growing them to begin with.
Off the boat. The freshest in Skyrim.
Spiced wine.
What?
The taste of home and heart.
Now that's a good question. Sure, I like spiced wine, but for the most part, I'm a simple man of simpler tastes. Mostly because the fancy drinks are too expensive. 25 gold for blackberry mead? Why, Zenithar, what do they feed their bees? Diamonds? At least Yvette's prices are somewhat reasonable. For wine, anyway. Maybe not beer. Wait, what were we talking about again? Can't recall. You know what helps with memory? Some matzi. Drink they have in Morrowind. Made from salt rice. Really invigorates. Some like to brew it with a touch of cornberry, like it's some sort of brandy. But I like it cold and raw. It's my favorite drink. Huh? What?
Keep the cold at bay with our spiced wine.
Ale is food, beer is food, spiced wine even has that jazzbay grapes in it or something. Says so right on the label. Mead's made from honey, too. Folk like to put in all sorts of healthy ingredients, like dried first Miriam, elves ear, and juniper berries. Just about all spirits got some kind of food in them. Well, they got happiness in them, too. Some may call it a disease, the way people can't stop drinking. Well, if it's a rash, it's a rash of euphoria.
Home and heart.
If it's a fever I'd say hello to any day of the week, and twice on Sundays.
Fresh fish, straight from the fjords.
What? Who's inebriated? The priest? Good for her. You, sir, are a champion, an ale archer, a wine wizard for the ages. Thank you.
Apples, tomatoes, leeks, and cabbages. Fresh and ripe.
Wonderful. Just a couple of more of my little gold friends, and we'll have enough for another bottle. It's just too bad they don't sell mead by the ship. All right.
I've heard they have great pastries here. It would positively suit team morale to consume such
Don't
treats.
take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly.
Plenty of fresh fish for you.
Thanks for taking
Spiced
the time.
wine. The taste
Svari,
of home
yes.
and heart.
It's been hard on her. The girl misses her uncle. I've tried to explain that Rogvir did something bad, and that we all have to be accountable for our actions. But the child feels what she will. Down at the docks. There are a few good spots if you can avoid the East Empire company workers and those red wave thugs.
Get your fresh fruit and produce.
See it for yourself. These are troubled times. Be on your guard out there.
Her smile was a breeze that laughed through the trees, and the sun colored her eyes.
Yeah. Are you here to talk about my brother? Do you think his execution was justified? And like Rogvir, you're a Nord at heart. It's hard for many of the people here to understand. I think Aldous understands. I don't think I could have stayed here if anyone else had... I think I need to stop talking now.
Keep the cold at bay with our spiced wine.
Yes? Did you want something? All right, then.
I'm not looking for conversation. Rogvir, he opened a gate and they executed him for it. He opened a gate and the wrong man rode out of it. If that man hadn't been Ulfric's Stormcloak, if Ulfric hadn't killed High King Torrig, but it was Ulfric, and he did kill the High King in honorable combat. My brother refused to allow the Imperials to take revenge for the deed. So now he's dead. Then like Rogvir, you have a Nord's heart. It's hard for many of the people here to understand. I think Aldous understands. I think I need to be done talking for the moment.
Spiced wine. The taste of home and heart.
Can I ask you something? Yes, I'm listening. Would you rather have no gold and be good looking, or rich and ugly? As much as I like gold, I would never give up my amazing looks. What can you get with gold anyway? A fancy house, a new sword? How boring. I'm glad that's sorted.
Is there something I can do for you?
Yes? What did you need?